From the left and right, Chana Dickerson, the executive director of DC Young Democrats. Phil Wegman is a commentary writer for the Washington Examiner newspaper here in Washington. Thank you both for being here. Your reaction to the special counselor appointed by DOJ a short time ago.
I think it's great. Excuse me, I have a little congestion coming off of the flu. But it's like every 24 hours, it's a new thing. So I can't take off work because I'm sick. But I think the special prosecutor is necessary. I think also that the Republicans, we need to start holding them accountable because the 2018 elections are coming up. We have some gubernatorials coming up, and they are not stepping out enough against Trump.
Yeah. Phil, even Fox News is having problems getting Republicans to go on record to come talk to them. You have any problems at the Examiner getting people to talk to you for the record, Republicans in particular, over this?
Republicans are willing to talk off the record right now. I think that things are dicey. But when you look at the appointment of Mueller as a special counsel, this might be uncomfortable for the White House, but it's probably one of the best options for House Republicans right now. Because the longer they let this simmer, like you said a second ago, the more of an angle Democrats are going to have in 2018 to really take back the House on this issue. So have the investigation and hopefully get it done as quickly as possible if you're a Republican. If
at all possible, you can set aside, the partisan issues, and I don't know if you can about this or anything else. Just go to the memo. Everything seems to have been pushed up several notches with the memo from Comey. Your take on that?
But I disagree. I think it's not a partisan issue. You have a memo that has appeared that Trump may have obstructed justice. And so now, just like a court procedure, someone has been accused of doing something, you have an attorney, you assign that attorney, and you follow proper procedure. And if the Republicans really want to distinguish themselves from Trump, they will allow this process to run its course and back it up.
Spoken by a true Democrat.
One of the things that I would add, though, is that we're seeing a lot of folks on the left are really flipping the narrative. I mean, just a couple days ago, Rosenstein was supposedly walking on the wrong side of the street. And we've seen this with Comey. He used to be a villain for Democrats, and now that he's been deposed by Trump, well, he's the last Boy Scout in Washington. So we're going to see what happens when the investigation continues moving forward. But on both sides have been very quick to call people villains and heroes as it's their business.
What kind of ratings do you think we're going to get next week if Comey appears before a committee up on the Hill? They're going to go through the roof.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I also think it's interesting, though, that even though when Trump tweets, his supporters still don't seem to think that he could do anything wrong. So while politicals like us might say, oh my gosh, this is a huge issue within the Beltway, it's all about the votes, and I think the people who vote look at Twitter and Facebook. I'm not so sure they're watching CNN on the 24-hour loop or WUSA 9, although, Bruce, I like you.
You can bet, the people on the Hill, though, Republicans, Democrats alike, they are watching every development.
Correct.
Okay? And anybody in the administration, or looking to be in the administration. So where does this go from this point on?
Well, I think that if you looked at Trump's response today, when his first statement back there at the Coast Guard Academy, you see that you have a president who's not willing to learn. He's sinking right now and floundering. And rather than taking a step back and looking at what has happened in the last 4 months, he's basically put his head down and used opposition that he's received as kind of an endorsement to keep on doing what he's doing, to fight.
Okay, I've been told to wrap. Where's this going?
And I think the Democrats actually need to be careful about impeachment because what we get next is Pence. And I argue that Pence is more dangerous than Trump because Pence actually knows what he's doing.
Okay, let's go to the top of that forecast, Topper.